The 7th and 8th sutras are generally taken together to understand the ragadveshas. These two words are very familiar. Entire spiritual sadhana, all the various types of practices, they keep on insisting to come out of this bondage of raga and dvesha, generally known as likes and dislikes. Bhagavad Gita goes elaborate descriptions about ragadveshas, how to come out of it, how to conquer it, how to win over them. Even in Karma Yoga, Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna tells that working in a Karma Yoga way is a solution to master or to transcend ragadveshas. So the two sutras are there. Sutra 7 is Sukhanushayi Ragaha, 8 is Dukhanushayi Dveshaha. Sukhanushayi Ragaha, Dukhanushayi Dveshaha. Common word is Anushayi. Anushayi is as a related consequence. As a related consequence. Ragaha is attachment, a liking, a fondness. Dukkha is misery, sorrow, pain. Dvesha is hatred, of course, repulsion. So, Sukhanushayi Ragaha. Raga is a result of pleasure. Dvesha is a result of misery. Dukhanushayi Dveshaha. So when one is familiar with a pleasure now, and he has a memory of it, when experience and anubhava of raga, anubhava of pleasure, sukha, is there, that memory of experience of sukha, sukha anubhava smriti, memory of experience of pleasure, that stays in the mind. And a person who has that anubhava, a sadhaka, his eagerness for that pleasure, for that experience, or for the means to it, how that experience came, the vehicle of that experience, the object of that experience, that eagerness, that thirst, that greed, that desire, that is called as ragaha. Suppose somebody eats a dish of choice. The experience of eating, what the experience one gets it, that makes an impression, a tendency, a samskara. And to repeat that experience, to have that experience, that eagerness to have, or that experience came because of the particular object, maybe a sweet, that eagerness to have that That is called as the raga. A very subtle and deep and important understanding to have. So raga is defined in this sutra as an attraction which one feels towards any person, any object, when any kind of pleasure or happiness is derived from that person or object. An attraction. It is natural for us to get attracted in this manner, because the real of me, the soul in bondage, having lost the direct source of Ananda within, then it gropes, searches after the Ananda in the external world, and anything which provides even a shadow of this in the form of ordinary happiness or pleasure becomes dear to it. The reason was it lost the direct source of happiness and is in search of it. If you are attracted to any person or any object, you shall always find on scrutiny the attraction is due to some kind of pleasure, maybe physical, maybe emotional, or even mental. We may be addicted to a particular kind of food because we find it pleasant. We may be attached to a person because we derive from him some kind of pleasure, maybe physical and emotional. We may be devoted to a particular pursuit because it gives us an intellectual satisfaction. But you should remember, same thing applies for the dvesha, hatred. Because if some misery is there, we avoid it. Anything which gives sorrow, we avoid it. Anything which gives pain, we avoid it. Because identified that particular one gives us pleasure. We identify and have a wrong confirmation, a wrong decision that this particular object gives me misery. This particular person is an object of sorrow for me. We avoid it. Dvesha, because of misery. Raga and dvesha. These two kleshas, namely raga and dvesha, are the emotions in the form of kleshas which cause trouble in our day-to-day activities, day-to-day life. They are easy to understand, and so the tanukarana, klesha tanukarana, or curbing of the klesha can easily be and practically be started with trying to control these two in our daily life. In fact, the best way in our worldly life to bring down the kleshas is to start controlling these two disturbing emotions. Very easy. Once raga dveshas are coming under control, practically, we will be really progressing in the sadhana. No doubt, even these can be curbed through the practice of course, Kriya Yoga is there. Tapaswadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. So raga is the result of pleasure. Dvesha is the result of misery. Sukhanushayi ragaha, dukkhanushayi dveshaha, it is said. Anushayi is a common word which means that related out of the consequences. So that sanskara, that experience, anubhava, and that related eagerness to repeat that experience in case of pleasure, and that object which was felt to be the cause of the pleasure, that eagerness towards the object and the eagerness towards the experience, sukha anubhava and sukha vishaya. Similarly, dvesha against dukkha anubhava and dukkha vishaya. That is the raga and dvesha. Let us take up this as a challenge in our sadhana and try to be free from raga dveshas by kriya yoga, especially Ishvara pranidhana. Let us see the further sutras. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.